Introduced in Monster Hunter 4 along with the Charge Blade, the Insect Glaive is unique in the fact that it relies on a hunter-animal relationship to perform its best. Every Insect Glaive comes with a Kinsect, a beetle-like bug that perches itself on the hunter's arm. It can be sent out to deal damage and bring back monster essence that can give the weapon added strength for a limited amount of time. With the speed of a longsword, the Insect Glaive is a nimble and quick weapon that can cut tails and bring monsters down in style. Make sure your Kinsect is fed well. We need to vault over the generations starting with Monster Hunter 4 up to the Iceborne expansion in order to detail how this bug stick became the true ruler of the skies. Unsheathing the weapon will do a heavy forward slam with the glaive. This is great for closing the distance to start its combos and give some slight super armor. This can also be performed by moving and pressing A. Pressing A after the slam will follow the attack with another heavy slam. This is a powerful combo that can move the hunter a little bit more forward. Pressing A while idle will do a sweep that starts at the hunter's left side. This can be used as a replacement attack in order to get into the second slam attack. Pressing X once will do a fancy twirl with the glaive. Pressing it again will do a downward strike, with the third input doing a double slash. Attacking without essence isn't something that is recommended, but this would be its main combo. On top of that, pressing A after any X input will do the forward slam. The hunter can also start the X combos after a roll. Moving and pressing X will do a quick thrust with the glaive. This can be a faster alternative to get into the regular X combos. Pressing A and holding back on the analog stick after the stab will do a backflip attack. This move doesn't have any iframes, but is a good looking move that can evade an attack while doing damage. While the Insect Glaive can interchange most inputs to form a combo, the main combo is pressing X, X, and then A, and repeat that for an infinite combo. This combo can be ended at any point by rolling or hitting A twice to do the slam attack. While moving, pressing R plus B will do a pole vault in that direction. This move takes up stamina but will raise the hunter into the air. Pressing X will do a mounting strike. The mounting strike can be done after hopping off a ledge as well. If needed, the hunter can press back on the analog with R and B after an attack in order to do a backwards vault. The pole vault can be chained by doing so, but that would delete the hunter's stamina gauge. With the weapon out, pressing R plus X will send the Kinsect out. If the Kinsect connects with a small or large monster, it will extract an essence. Pressing R plus X while the Kinsect is flying about will change the Kinsect's course depending on where the hunter is facing. This will also do a little bit of damage. It'll be either cutting or impact depending on the Kinsect. Pressing R plus A will recall the Kinsect. If it has an essence, then it'll be given to the hunter upon returning. Sheathing the weapon will also auto-recall the Kinsect. When sheathed, pressing R plus X plus A will send the Kinsect out. Holding R plus X will charge an attack. Once the end of the glaive is glowing brightly, sending the Kinsect out will do a powerful dive forward. A charge attack can also be done by changing the Kinsect's direction thrice, but this would most likely exhaust the Kinsect. Pressing and holding R while idle will bring up a crosshair. Letting go will launch pheromones that will help the Kinsect hone in on a part of the monster that got marked. Pressing R after an attack will do a smack with the blunt end of the glaive. This will do a little bit of impact damage while also marking whatever was hit. Pressing R after a vault will also fire pheromones forward. These moves are generally used for getting hard to reach essence locations. When the Kinsect brings back a red essence, the hunter will get a small attack buff and will also unlock some new powerful moves and combos. This will last for 60 seconds on its own. You know when the extract is going to run out when it's blinking. That means that there's 10 seconds left. The time for any essence can be extended by recollecting that same essence. Red essence is most commonly found on the heads of monsters or body parts that are used commonly in attacks. Getting white essence will increase the hunter's pole vaulting height and movement speed. This will last for about 90 seconds. White essence has a very important role when it comes to having multiple essences that we'll get into in a little bit. White essence is usually found on the monster's wings or sometimes on the forward or hind legs or feet. Typically the hardest essence to get on most monsters, orange essence slightly increases defense and gives the hunter slight knockback prevention for 45 seconds. Orange essence is usually found on tails or a monster's underbelly and back. Collecting green essence will not grant any buffs, but they will heal the hunter upon recalling. The amount of healing depends on the Kinsect. Most likely found on the tips or bases of monster tails. The Insect Glaive really gets a power spike from combining essences. Combining red and white will provide a 20% boost in raw damage. Both essences will last for the same duration as if they were collected separately. The best way to stay in top shape in hunts is by collecting these two essences before actually attacking. In the words of a famous grumpy man, red and white before the fight. Orange and white gives a 6% boost in defense. On top of that, the hunter is given low-grade earplugs. Collecting all three essences will increase attack by 25% and defense by 8%. Give the hunter earplugs while also stacking the individual essence buffs for 60 seconds. An added note, having two essences, this is also referred to as doubling up, gives the hunter a chance to rebuff in order to continue the effects as long as they keep collecting both colors. When tripling up, at least in 4 and 4 Ultimate, the effects will expire no matter the case after 60 seconds. So the best way to extend the time of triple up is to collect red and white, and once the essences are blinking, collect orange. Keep in mind that you can keep the Kinsect hovering over the hunter in order to recall them back when needed. With red essence active, faster and much more powerful combos are unlocked. The X combos are now turned into a graceful array of slashes. With each hit, an extra attack is added into the combo, so the damage potential is much higher with red active. The A combo's heavy slam is also given an extra powerful hit. The infinite combo is of course also given an extra damage boost because of this. It may be awkward trying to get the red essence for newer players, but getting used to getting at least red before fighting will greatly increase the damage dealt with each combo. In Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate, upgrading the glaive requires the Kinsect to have been upgraded a couple stages before the glaive can also become stronger. This is done through giving the Kinsect nectars that can be collected in the maps or traded for using points. There are 3 nectars that upgrade the Kinsect stats specifically. Power increases the Kinsect's damage. Stamina gives the Kinsect more time to fly about. Speed, the most useful one to upgrade, increases the Kinsect's flight speed. There are also 5 elemental nectars: Fire, Water, Thunder, Ice, and Dragon. It usually isn't worth it to upgrade the Kinsect's elemental properties, but it can be a little handy bonus amount of damage if the monster is weak to that element. Some nectars can also increase other stats as well as decrease them while being used, so be wary of that. There are also plus or double plus versions of that nectar that will increase the stats by a couple points more with the same drawbacks. All Kinsects have a maximum of 180 growth points, with 150 points in a general stat and 90 in elemental. Upgrading the Kinsect requires a minimum amount of stats in order to upgrade, and depending on which stats get upgraded the most, the family tree will change. Fully upgrading the Kinsect will grant special benefits depending on the evolution path taken. There are 4 evolution paths total, and once the Kinsect has reached level 3 in a path, it's now stuck in that path. The balance path is the all status up Kinsect. This has the unique ability to hold 2 extracts at once, making it a really good way to quickly grab red and white when starting the fight. This also has the ability to have green extract heal status conditions, plus giving more heals per green essence. The Charge Down Kinsect is a speed stamina type. As its name entails, it can reduce the charge time required from 4 seconds to 1. Green extract will also slightly heal more. Great for those hunters that like to spam the charge attack. Other than that, this is pretty much the weakest evolution line. Focused on power and speed, the Pierce Up Kinsect will have Mind's Eye. This gives the Kinsect the ability to pierce through the hide of all monsters, besides Apex ones of course. This will give the Kinsect speed and attack up large, and Green Essence will restore a little bit more HP. One of the most useful lines, the Extract Extender Kinsect doubles the duration of all essences. Focused on power and stamina, this Kinsect gives attack up large and stamina large, and of course adds in a little bit more HP when collecting Green Essence. So not having to recollect 3 essences for 120 seconds gives a more heavy focus on staying in tip-top shape during hunts. Since it can attack as fast as the longsword, its sharpness will lower pretty quickly. More sharpness is a good addition to any Blade Master set. Honed Blade is just a combination skill of attack up large and sharpness +1. This is a very useful but hard skill to get. Mind's Eye can be a great addition for some monsters, as the glaive has no inbuilt Mind's Eye in any moves, besides mounting strikes. Even though triple up gives earplugs, there are going to be monsters later in the game that will require high-grade earplugs. Since the glaive doesn't have a shield, rolling is the weapon's main form of getting away from attacks, so having a better evade window can help against difficult monsters. Any sort of damage up will only make hunts faster. While its attack speed, raw attack, or elemental and status damage can work, it's always safe to go for raw attack for most hunts. But if you can take advantage of a monster's weakness, then go for it. Just remember that the Kinsect's damage is tied to its power, so getting armor skills will not make the Kinsect stronger. Having Mounting Master or God increases the frequency of mounting a monster, plus giving a 25 or 40% boost in mount gauge. This is best for multiplayer but can make single player hunts a bit easier by keeping the monster on the ground. Monster Hunter Generations and Generations Ultimate thankfully updated how the glaive and Kinsects get upgraded. Kinsect evolving is now based off of level and not stats anymore, plus the weapon and Kinsect can upgrade separately. In Gen U, Kinsects can be moved between glaives, making it so if you mess up a growth tree or you need a certain Kinsect special ability, the Kinsect can be swapped out. Although Kinsects can only be swapped out with the same type, so there's no replacing an impact Kinsect with a cutting one. Stamina is now tied to the Kinsect's level. This can be seen as a meter under the extract icons, so a new nectar was added, weight. A higher weight stat will increase the frequency in which a Kinsect will stagger a monster. Focusing only on power, the Monarch Aluconid or Carnage Beetle gets a big attack buff and a reduction in charge time in exchange for a lower weight and speed. Collecting red, however, will give attack up large. Red will last for 72 seconds, plus it will recover about 5 units of sharpness. By adding more weight and speed, the Empress Wing and Bon Fee get power up large, but like before, weight and speed are lowered. Red Essence will give attack up small, but red will last for 84 seconds. Jumping attacks are also increased. The highest level form of this tree, the Exalted Aluconid and Gleam Beetle, is a focused power and speed class Kinsect with some weight. The Kinsect gets attack up small, weight down, movement down, but gets high speed recall. Getting red will provide the hunter with attack up large. White gives stamina recovery, and doubling up adds an extra 20 seconds of duration. The Kenkataman and Lady Pavise are Kinsects based all on weight. Being one of the slowest but the heaviest Kinsects, they are able to stagger and stun monsters easily. Collecting green will recover a little bit more health, with orange giving defense up large, high-grade earplugs, and hero shield. Balancing the weight out towards more speed and power, the Fiddlebricks and Arc Maiden has weight up, speed down, extra stamina scales for exhausting monsters, and fast charge. Green acts as a decent heal and as a status recovery. Orange gives defense up small while also lasting longer. At level 9, the Bilbo Bricks and Lady Tower is a weight and power-based Kinsect. This has weight up large, speed down, stamina up, and hunter arts up. Upon collecting orange essence, the hunter will get defense up large. Red gives mount effect up, with red plus orange having a double up effect. The Grand Cather and Bullshroud are entirely focused on speed. They get speed up large, power down, and movement up. Collecting white gives affinity up large, mind's eye, and double up plus. By putting more points into power and stamina, the Pseudocath and Whisper Vesp tree unlocks. Speed up large, power down, movement up, and elemental boosts are given to the Kinsect. Collecting white gives affinity up small, but has it last longer. White will also give elemental and status up. Reaching level 9 opens up the Foliacath and Fleet Flamer tree. Putting more points in weight and little in power, the Kinsect gets speed up small, power down, movement up, and pierce skills up. Collecting white essence will give affinity up large, orange gives tremor resistance, and collecting both will have double up, double plus. The Elskarad and Argenese Kinsects are the only balanced Kinsects. At level 6, the line is unlocked, and getting to level 9 will unlock wide range effect up. Balanced Kinsects benefit from having all stat up small, triple up will be extended, plus with extract spread and wide range up, all the hunters within the same room will feel the effects of the essences. Aerial style changes the vault to a forward-launching slingshot. This can cover a lot of ground, so it's a great distance closer as well as an evasive maneuver. Pressing X after a vault will do 2 hits, regardless if the hunter has red or not. Having red and pressing X after jumping off a target will do an aerial spin towards the ground. This can do up to 4 mounting strikes in quick succession. The only move that is lost is the forward slam attack. Striker style simplifies the Insect Glaive a fair amount. Pressing A will send up the Kinsect. R plus A will recall the Kinsect. With the A button only reserved for the Kinsect, pressing X will now only do the glaive combos. X now has a 5-input combo with moving and pressing X performing the forward slam. ADEPT style will completely exhaust the Kinsect when sending it out. No matter the level or the stats of the Kinsect, after sending it out once, the hunter would need to wait for it to come back on its own. After an ADEPT evade, pressing X will do a forward slam, and the Kinsect will be quickly sent out to collect an essence. Pressing A instead will do a slam without sending out the Kinsect. Alchemy style loses the backflip, the aerial pheromone move, and the Kinsect charge attack. Pressing X after the twirl will do the double spin finisher attack, so there's no infinite combo, but the twirl increases the alchemy gauge a fair bit. Valor style, when not in Valor mode, takes away the jump attacks and the impact mark attack. There is also no X button finisher. Holding Y and pressing X will do the double spin, pressing A will do a backflip, and R plus B will do a vault. When in Valor mode, the Insect Glaive gets the Valor step, plus the Kinsect will get sent out automatically after some attacks. Some attacks include the backflip, the forward slam, the aerial vault, and the pheromone mark. Pressing A after an evade or while idle will recall the Kinsect. After some windup, the hunter launches their Kinsect forward. This will fully exhaust the Kinsect stamina, but if it connects with a monster, the Kinsect will collect all 3 essences at once. The Kinsect's attack is decently powerful, but this hunter art will take some time to recharge, so try not to miss. At level 3, the triple up will last for 90 seconds. Calling forth a swarm of little helper bugs, a little glowing orb of damage will hover around the hunter for up to 60 seconds. With each hit, the swarm will do 5 raw and 16 stun. Collecting red will change the raw damage to 6 per hit. White will increase the attacking frequency by 20%, and orange gives a 20% increase towards breaking parts and staggering monsters. With a nimble hop into the air, the hunter slams their glaive onto the ground with everything they got. This attack is pretty powerful on its own, but its damage is increased dramatically by activating Bug Blow when Swarm is still active. This hunter art powers up the Kinsect for up to 180 seconds at level 3. The Kinsect gets a 10% damage increase, and whenever the Kinsect is sent out to do an attack, it'll zip around the monster, doing 20 motion per hit. The Insect Glaive got a handful of new abilities. The first thing is the auto attack the glaive can do when moving on a mounted monster. This can be handy for cutting off a tail while jumping around. The second thing is being able to aim the Kinsect more accurately when holding down L2. The third thing is the ability to move mid-air by vaulting and pressing X. The hunter will move in the analog's direction when X is pressed mid-air. This also goes when jumping off a ledge. Pressing circle after a vault will do a jumping advancing slash. If this attack connects, the hunter will jump once more into the air, giving the chance for another attack as long as the hunter's stamina will allow. With red essence, pressing X after a vault will do an aerial spinning slam towards the ground. This can hit up to 3 times, and the hunter can move slightly depending on the analog input. Pressing circle now does a strong jumping advancing slash that spins the glaive around. This will hit the monster a lot, but only the hit that launches the hunter back up will do mounting damage and is the stronger attack. Both of these moves can also be done after jumping off a ledge and pressing their respected inputs. The spinning aerial advance can also be done by pressing triangle while sliding. Just keep in mind that these attacks are much less grand without red essence. The pheromone shot is now changed to be R2 plus L2. When sending out the Kinsect, it'll still go for the extracts, but now the Kinsect will simply keep attacking the marked spot until its stamina runs out or the hunter recalls it. Pressing R2 during a combo will also do the blunt damage slap and sends out the Kinsect. Now when the Kinsect attacks a marked area, a little dust cloud appears. When a hunter hits the dust, it'll explode, doing a little bit extra damage or effects depending on the Kinsect. There are 4 different types of dust: poison, paralysis, blast, and heal, and they're all kind of self-explanatory. Pressing L2 and then R3 will bring out the claw shot. Latching onto a monster and pressing X will do a combo of slashes that will drop slinger ammo. Picking up a colored slinger drop will affect the Kinsect by pressing triangle and circle. With red slinger ammo, the Kinsect will be powered up and sped up if it's attacking a marked area. Regular slinger ammo extends the duration of buffs from essences and increases the Kinsect stamina. When the Kinsect is powered up, it's also able to collect 2 essences at once. Both of these power-ups will use up a single unit of ammo. When vaulting, pressing L2 will do a mid-air claw attack that is another way of latching onto the monster. Pressing R2 instead will do a powerful poke towards the ground. This will also send the Kinsect out and gives the option to continue the glaive combos. Starting off in a generation that brought the idea of elevated play via mounting and climbing, the Insect Glaive is a perfect tool for bringing down monsters in style. The Insect Glaive can really do it all when it comes to damage. It can deal a lot of raw damage with critical hits, take advantage of a monster's elemental weakness, or make an advantage with status ailments. Mounting can be a really strong mechanic in multiplayer, especially so at Generations and onward, having fellow hunters being able to attack the mounted monster, giving a large window to deal massive amounts of damage. With subsequent games improving the Kinsect upgrade system, the weapon has become much more approachable for newer hunters. Partnered with World having a better aiming system, collecting essences was no longer so much of a chore. There's still a little learning curve to get over regarding staying buffed in order to do the most damage, but with the potential to hit as fast as the longsword while keeping monsters grounded is but a small price to pay to say, Je suis Monty. Hey guys, it's Solaria again. Big thanks to Josie for asking me to narrate this wonderful and stylish episode of Weapons to the Generations. Josie put so much time and effort into making these, and I'm just glad I can do my part to help bring these to life. I also just really love Insect Glaive. I love vaulting a lot, but sometimes that can cause me to vault into some really bad situations, but it really allows me to make some cool saves. If you want to catch more of the series, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can check out the next one. Or if you want to catch Josie live, you can catch him at twitch.tv/JojoJosie. He streams a ton of different stuff. Or if you want to catch me live, you can catch me at twitch.tv/Solaria75. I'm a variety streamer, but I play Monster Hunter, Pokemon, and many other games. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode. Bye! Pressing A while idle. What was that? Oh, Josie didn't tell me I had to pronounce the Kinsect names. I'm really bad at pronunciation. Well, we're gonna give it a shot, and we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I don't need to re-record these later. Monarch Alucanid? Monarch Alucanid? One of those two, maybe, hopefully. Carnage Beetle? Okay, that one's easy enough. Empress Wing? Also good. Oh boy. Bonnet Filet? Bonnet Filet? Bonnet Filet? Bonfie? Maybe it's French? I don't know. Exalted Alucanid? Alucanid? One of the two. Gleam Beetle? Kenkataman? Lady Pavis? Lady Pavis? Fiddlebricks, Archmaiden, Bilbo Bricks, Lady Tower, Grand Cather, Bullshroud, Pseudocath. Okay, some of these aren't bad. Whisper Vesp, Foliacath, Fleet Flamer, Elscarad, Arginess? Well, we're gonna try one of these and we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna just try our best. By putting more points into power and stamina, the Pseudocath and pressing L2 and then R3 will bring out the Claw Shot. Latching onto a monster and pressing X will do a combo of slashes that will drop slinger ammo. Picking up a colored slinger drop will affect the Kinsect when pressing triangle and circle. With red slingo oh no.